Hey guys, welcome to the channel. We're gonna do a recap on Friday's trade I took on gold, and see how you could have looked at this and got in on the trade. So patience is going to be your best friend trading. You're gonna have to have patience and wait. A lot of people blow their accounts because they want to be quick, jump in, see candle going up, and I'm it's going up, I'm getting in. It's going down, I'm getting in. And it may be just doing a pullback. So we're going to do a little analysis here. So let me clean this chart up. These some trades early in the week I was looking at. And as you can see, price has been on the downtrend. So let's go back a little further. Yeah. So you see price pulled up. It pulled up to an area and then it started dropping. It was doing a pullback because, like I said, price was on a downtrend. So let's clear some of this out. So because it's in a downtrend, I like to draw a trend line, but I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna put it probably even lower because if you draw a trend line, you want to see price respect that trend line. I could go from the top here to the bottom, but I'm gonna go from this area to this area. And I want to see because if we get a break of this trend line, you want to see price pull back to the trend line and then continue upward. And more so, you want to see price break above this area or whatever previous low or previous not low but high. The lowest high, you want to see price break above there. But if it break this trend, more than likely price is heading in a different direction. So the first thing I want to do, I want to see, I want to throw up a Fibonacci. I want to see what price did so I can get a kind of view. Now I see it, I see price had pulled back. I mean, it's a few things I noticed. I'm going to erase this trend line because I'm not going to use that one. Now, what you notice, this is here, this is the 200 moving average. I like to use it because it's, for me, it's somewhat of a guide. Although indicators lag, but it kind of helps you out, kind of see what, because here you see prices close to the 200 and you see it pulling away, and now it's under the 20 exponential, and price like to pull back. In this case, you see here price pull back to it, but I don't really use that. So we see it pulled up to the 20 again here, and it price drop, and what we see, it pulled up to the 382. So more than likely price may be still heading down. we wouldn't really know that, so we just have to keep our eye on it. So first thing I want to do, I want to mark up this high, and I want to mark this low. So this daily high and the daily low. I know already price has reached the 382, so we want to see if it's going to push up higher to the golden zone, which is the 50 or the 618, and we'll see. Mhm. Now I'm gonna go down to the 15 minute to try to get a better entry. Now, if we look on the 15 minute, we see price was pulling up. We had a rejection of this area twice. Price moved here, price rejected here, I'm sorry, and then it rejected here. So I can look at this area here, because first what you want to see price pull up, then pull down, it pulled up again. Now I want to see the next pullback, whether that pullback is going to be higher or lower. And that would tell me, okay, what do I want to do? Do I want to go in for a sale? Because if it makes a lower high, then it is more likely that price will continue down. And we already seen that for this week or the last few weeks, price has been pushing down. So I have not, you don't really, well, I mean, some people do. I mean, you have a bias, because I believe you're going to have some bias, or you believe in, at least I do, that price is going to push down. So on this time frame, now for this, I will want to put a trend line here, because it helps me to see, okay, because if price is going up, we're going to see a break of this. Price going to be testing. If you're a breakout trader, some people are going to take it, at the when they're breaking out, or sometimes I see it there. I may take it. I see it doing a pullback, and just before it break, or sometimes I wait. It just depends how the candle is moving, how strong the momentum. So now that we see that, now I want to just keep an eye on this area here. So I will mark this area up to see if price break it and stay below it, or if price is gonna, because sometimes what it does, it'll break it, it won't close below it, and it'll push back up, and it may push back up to the trend line. So let's we in replay mode. So this is trying to give you an idea. So as we see here, price, because you want to see it close below it. Now some people like to put a stop, a sell stop below this area. Here I will put a sell stop above, a sell buy stop, I'm sorry, above this area. If price goes above it and continue up, and depending on how strong it is, I'll determine how long I want to stay in the trade. and I will probably do a Fibonacci and see where's the golden zone at, as we like to say, the sweet spot. So now we see a rejection of this area. Price did not close below here. So there's a possibility that price is going to push up to this area. So we got to wait and see. There we go. Price just closed below it. So you either can wait for a pullback and you get in, because we're in the replay mode. So it's a little different. I mean, difficult to really see, but we don't know because price closed here, it still can push up. But more than likely, if it closed below this area, then more than likely price will push down. So we're going to see if it's going to make a higher high or how it pushed back. And then I will myself get in for a sale. I would probably have moved my sell stop to here, below here. I'll move a sell stop below here if I saw that price was moving, and then I see that it's closed, and just in case price does take off from there. And if you do a sell stop below there, then you'll have to look above this area, which that is a lot. So you'll have to adjust your lot size accordingly. Because if you try to get rich quick and you want to take a big lot size, then you stand to lose, a whole lot. So that's roughly uh, that's 50 pips. So it may be around 52 pips, with the spread. So so if you have a small account, you don't want to risk all of that, trying to get rich quick. I mean, it can go in your favor. Yes, it can go in your favor. But you can take a smaller lot size, and if it seems like price is pushing in your direction, then you can enter it again, But it's best to do a smaller lot size or practice this first. But I will enter here. I will push down because I see now if it doesn't make a higher high, because I see that so far it failed. So we'll have to watch the next candle. There you go. So it would have triggered me in. Actually, it did. I mean, I took this trade and it actually did trigger me in. This is why I took the trade at. I got in here. I put my stop loss. I mean, not my stop loss. I put my entry at this point. It was a sell stop, and I had a buy stop above here just in case price will go above that area. But although I didn't believe that it was going below it, now you could also just wait and put, because if price is continuing down, then you're going to see price go below this area. So a lot of people would just put their stop loss or the stop buys above and below the high and the low of that day. Excuse me. Knowing the weather, guys. So let's see how it play out. And something I want you to notice. You see, when price came down here, it broke this. It broke the 20. Price closed below the 20. It pulled back. I mean, right now it looks like it, but when you end the trade, it will look different. But here you probably see that it actually closed above it. Then price pulled back up to it. Then it took off. So waiting. Now, if you would have got in here, If you are a person who like to trade off the moving averages, you would have entered, price would have pulled back on you about 6 pips, probably about 8 pips, depending on what the spread was, because you're going to get some pullback. And it pushed down 84 pips before it pulled back here. So you still had about 80 something pips, about 80 pips. But this is what you guys got to remember in trading, because it's trending and it can pull back to any level at any time. So I advise you, if you're new, just take your money. At least take part of it, because what I did myself when I saw this, I took partial profit. Now it's on you how much of that you want to take. 50%, 80%, 90%. It is on you what you want to take, and you can let the rest run. Because I think my thought was that I think price is moving below this area. Why? I think because we on a monthly candle we see price pushing down. It pulled up to an area and then it pushed down. And this is what we see. We see price pushing down, and this is like only about half, not even half of the month, about half of the month, halfway through it, and price still got some way to go. Of course, you can see it do something like this. Price push all the way down, then you can get a nice little wick, and price continue to go up. But I don't believe that we're gonna have that right yet. But thing is, just watch the candle, because they tell a story. You just have to follow it. Don't let your emotions, your greed, dictate to you. Because if you want to save your account, you want to be a profitable trader, and you want to be able to really, give up your job and be able to do this, then you're going to have to become focused and stop playing around, with it. So on here, we can see sometimes when you get a break, you get a little pullback, and then price, this way you can get an entry, and then price just keep on going. But here it just pushed all the way down. So it probably gave you just a little bit right here, and then price is pushed down. So let's look at this. See the pullback? Where did it pull back? Right back to this area. Right back to the area. See it? It pulled back. So that's why I was saying you can take off partial profit, because you'll be up. Let's see how many pips that was from this area. You would have been up like 40 something pips. It pulled back. It closed there, 30 something pips, and then it pulled down slightly again, 39 pips. Then price went all the way back up here. And this is when it fakes people out. You get so disturbed and stuff. But that's what it's going to do. All these moves, look at all these moves. Price push down, then it push back up, push down, push back up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. But to notice, what did it do all of that time? Here, it made a lower high, made another lower high, another lower high, another lower high. So you can see that price is just pushing down. The overall picture. So sometimes zoom out, get off them, lower time frames, 1 minute, 5 minutes, and just zoom out. I mean, unless you're good at it and you can be able to do that, look at those time frames and gauge, or maybe you use those time frames to steal a few pips off and you go. It's the pip thief, baby. We just steal pips and then we out of the market. That's all you got to do. Make a goal of what you want to get, how many pips you want to get, a dollar amount you want to get. I like doing pips because I can always increase over time. I can increase my lot size. You know, the bigger the account get, the better you get. But to learn the craft, you know, trust the process. It's going to show you. It's just you gotta have patience. Just wait, have patience. But the market always move in a way for the most part. I mean, it gets crazy, but for the most part, it moves in a way where it's telling you what it want to do. And gold, man, it moves, and you can make a lot of money off of gold, or you can lose a lot of money. So let's see. See, it did the pullback, and price continue down. So if you could have still been in this trade if you had patience, or if you allow price to pull down here and took partial profit, you still would have been up. You had your stop loss, maybe not above here, but you had it somewhere whereas you can, like, you go in the 5 minutes, you'll see probably a better area that you can take it above. Maybe it would have been about 20 pips or 10 pips. If you took enough off the first time, because the patience, and I know how it is when you trading and you see, man, I'm up, man, it pushed all the way back, man, come on, man, what they doing? Oh, you waiting and I said watch these candles form like watching paint dry, because when you actually in the trade, it's different. It mess with your emotions, it mess with the psychology. So it's different when you actually in the trade. So if you just stand back, look at it and think about, I just want X amount of pips and I'm good. And you can look at it this way: how much you make on a job. If you don't be greedy and you make, say, if you just made, I'm gonna say on a low, if you made $200 a day, $200 a day, that'd be 1,000 in a week, 2,000 in 2 weeks, 4,000 a month. And over time, you can increase that. Whereas you're no longer making 4,000 a month, you're making 8,000 a month. So just think of it in those terms, and not think about it, oh, I'm getting rich, you know. But what I did take partial, and I saw price. Actually, what I did, I knew price was going to push back, you know, because I trade this for some time, so I know how this thing works. So I did take partial profit, and before it pushed all the way back up, I got out. I didn't put a stop loss, you know, but I re-entered. I re-entered up here when I saw price pushing back to the area, because I saw this area here. I see where it wicked, and I know like price like to push back to that area and push down. I mean, it could push all the way up here. So I really didn't have I drew up a zone. I drew a zone up for that. So it came back up to the zone, and that's what I did. I took another sale, and Oh my goodness, it was a beautiful trade. I must admit, it was a beautiful trade. See, and I did put a stop. I put a stop. I had a stop, a sell stop below this area, and I tell you now, because it caught me in and it pulled back. That wasn't nothing. It wasn't nothing. It pulled back some. So the drawdown. I mean, it went so fast because it shot down and it went so fast. I was like, man, it seemed like it pushed my stop loss down. That's how fast and hard it went. So it broke this area. So consider that you can take a sell stop below this area, a buy stop below, I mean above the high, and just wait. Just wait. Have some patience. Just wait. I mean, it took. Yeah, this was roughly. You see, this. That was about 3 hours, or a little over 4 hours. Yeah, some time. But if you want to be able to be consistent and consistently make money from your own house or wherever you want to be, you're gonna have to have some patience in it. Or you could have just got your little money, took your money, got out the market, called it a day. And then I recommend that. I recommend just have a set amount. You know, you had $100. You know, it's real difficult to make $100. Yeah, I mean, to make money off of $100. But right now, with all these funding companies out here, you know, you can make more money. You have the potential to make more money. So I will be doing some live trades, and I will be making a video about uh, a company that I'm using myself. You know, so you can just use one of these prop firms. You know, make you some money. Do one of these challenges, and I'll talk about it in another video. So now, this was very important for me because now I see price push down here. Now, what you would do is this. You know, at least what I would do. Now I want to look and see. Okay, yeah, there is it a potential to pull down again? Is price? Oh, sorry, don't want to let go. Now I want to know. Okay, so if price is not, and this actually is what I done because if price is going to push, we don't know if it's going to push down again. So I want to see if price is going to push it down again or if it's going to just pull up. Because if this is the bottom already for the day, because the thing is, you're in New York session right now. Price has already done most of the moves a lot of times before New York session had begun. You know, it's not all the time, but a lot of times it done, and you can still get 100 pips or so, 200, 300 pips during that session. I'm not saying you can't get paid, because indeed you can. So I'm looking at this and saying, okay, is this my golden zone? So how to look at this? I'm going to erase this, and actually I'm going to erase this here. All this drawing on here. This, because I already took trades and I saw price pushing down, I would have deleted that, which I did. I deleted that. That's no longer valid for me. because I'm not going to stay in the trade all day, because I'm going to tell you guys, if you stay in the trade all day, more than likely you're going to blow your account. All that money you got, whether you look at it as a little bit, you're going to lose it, and you're going to lose more than that. So it's best to just get your money and get out. Get your money and get out, especially if you're new. Now, I say I'm still new because there's people who have done this much longer and much better than I am. So I would look at this area, but not yet. I want to see the close of the next 15-minute candle, because that's what you want to see. You want to see the candle close, so you know how. Right now, it's pushing back. It gave me this wick. Now, it could pull down some more and continue up, or it could just go down again. It can come back to this area, retest it, and go back down. It can go back to this area. So it could be tricky. It's tricky. So, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to watch. I'm going to see what the next candle do. And then I'll go from there. Okay. So, it went higher. Like I said, it'll push down some. I mean, we don't really see it right now, but as the candle's forming, we see it close here. Okay, so I don't know what it's going to do. I can have an idea. So now what I can do, I see where the golden zone is at. I'm going to put a buy stop above this area right here. I'm going to put a buy stop. Where am I take it to? That's on you. If you want 10 pips out of it, 20, take it to this area. That's to the area, the top of that area, or the bottom, which is the 50, 62 pips, 97. If you take it to the 618, that's going to be on you. But also, it's price pushing down further. You can put a sell stop. So if price shoot down here, get in. But because my experience that because when price pushes down like this, it's going to give you some retracement, and it may be 50% of the move or lower less, but it's something just to consider. A lot of times I don't take it all the way up to the golden zone. I may put it just a little bit below, less anxiety. Unless I see prices pushing up real hard. If I see it's a lot of momentum, then maybe I'll take it to, I'll push it up, my take profit up to this area. But the thing is, get you some pips. You don't have to ride the whole move, because you don't know what it's really going to do. You don't have to ride the whole move, and at least take partial profits on. So let's see. You see right here. Now what happened is price triggered me in. It pulled back. So you'll be in a little drawdown, just a little drawdown. And what did it do? Hit smack on. Man, it went to the 618. So you looking at about 97 pips. 97 pips. You know, you can look for entry on a smaller time frame. Now I could have did this. I could have put because I saw that it made this. I could have put my sales stop above that area because price pushed down here, which would have gave me over 100 pips. And sometimes I do that. I just look at the candles and I see how they pushing, how it closed, and I'll determine whether or not I want to do that. But say you miss this, you're scared to get in it because my experience that price like to push back. See this area here? I'm looking at this wick. Price like to push back to here. And I got in that trade here. I waited for I got into the golden zone, but I also waited right here. Now I didn't buy, I didn't do a buy limit. It was just a market entry because of what happened. It came here. I think it paused. It paused slightly, and then it just went. So in this case, you're gonna wait. You're just gonna wait. You see, price pushed up a little further, pull back down. Now, if you're in the golden zone, you can probably go on a lower time frame and watch price break this area and take it down to this area, or you can just take it to how many pips you trying to get, and just call it a day. I mean, if you missed this, if you got it, then get out of it. And what I like to do if I done took enough money off the table, then what I want to do is lower my lot size. Then lower it. I mean, even if you lower it 50 cent, 10 cent, it doesn't matter, depending on the size of your account. In case you overzealous and then you just trading and you think that, hey, I'm gonna make a whole lot more money. No, lower your lot size, keep what you got. Took the money off the table, let's keep it that way. But you probably can go down on the 5 minute and watch price break this area, or you can stay up on the 15 minute and see shit still push stand in that area and it finally broke. I wouldn't put a sell stop below this area. I mean, you can, but you know, if what is the range in this area? We're talking about 31 pips. Yeah, 31 pips can be a lot. I mean, depending on your lot size. I mean, if you one of them greedy cats, then bang. See, took price down there. See right here, when price broke out of here, I would look for a pullback, and that's what I entered on the market entry. I waited for the pullback, and it pulled back to the 20. That's why I said these, and this is the 20 exponential, not the simple, but the exponential. I like to use this to kind of gauge, how the market, how the candles move and how's price moving. But look at this. If we look on the hour, we see that price was below, or the 4 hour or the daily. We see price is below the 200. So that's telling us we in a seller's market. So we're looking for sales. And when price came below the 200 here, then we're looking for sales. So a break of it, this would have been a little difficult right here, but what can help you gauge it is it making higher highs or lower highs? It's making lower highs. So you gotta wait till price push up. It push up close to one of these areas. Enter. Pull the trigger. Enter and just wait. It's gonna do all that playing around. Uh, for instance, if you enter I'm sorry. If you enter as price pulled up here, Candles green at that time. And you want to put it, I wouldn't put it above here because 90 something pips. You can put it above this area, 20 pips, 20 pips. Or maybe you say, I'm just going to put it 10 pips above. Price never came back to there anyway. It came back up and you was already up still about 33 pips or 31 pips. You still up. Okay. Well, that's all I had for you guys for right now. I'm making another video on the other, on the challenge and what have you. I just want to run through here real quick. You see price bounces again from that area. Yeah, but it was a great day Friday. So I'm gonna be doing some live trades, so you can get we can break it down as the market is open and its prices actually move, so you can see how I do. All right, till then, guys, y'all have a good one. Have a beautiful day.